Hey, what's going on, everyone? So I want to talk about something wrestling related today. So a little different from what I usually do. And if you're interested in this type of video and you'd like to see more, please let me know. I will have no problem doing more of these type of videos. I probably will do more of these videos anyway, just to kind of break things up a bit from gaming constantly. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I do a pretty good job, and let's see if we agree or disagree on this topic. If not, it's cool. But again, feedback is always welcome, and I appreciate the support and all the feedback that you can give me. Alright then, so let's just get right into it. So I saw on Twitter today from someone I follow who also has a really good YouTube channel, in my opinion. Is by name of OTRS Central. And if you're interested, check him out. Goes by the same name on Twitter as YouTube as well. So anyway, so I saw from him, he wrote today, wrestling people are some of the biggest morons sometimes. Don't criticize anything about wrestling if you never worked in the business, yet they are on Twitter bitching and moaning about airlines, hotels, car rental places, and etc., even though they don't work in those fields. I found this to be very interesting and true as well. So if you are on Twitter and you follow a number of wrestlers from other organizations, not just WE or Impact Wrestling or Ring of Honor or the recent AEW, anything like that, if you follow these wrestlers, or even the commentators, the backstage interviewers, so on and so forth, then will see that there is definitely a pattern of a lot of complaining about a number of outside, I guess you could say, ventures, if you will, that they'll take when they're, not on their regular job, as far as like if they're wrestling, if they're, being a referee, doing commentary, doing the backstage interviews and all that stuff. You'll notice that they are, for the most part, a lot of them, and I don't know if it's just me, but I don't see a lot of it from a lot of the top talent. Like, I can't remember personally seeing something from, I guess, someone like Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins or someone like that complaining fairly often about like airlines or hotels or restaurants and things of that nature. So I'll take an example. Someone like Naomi, who was, I believe this before the recent WrestleMania that came by, that she was complaining a lot on Twitter about how she's being handled and misused and so on and so forth. And mind you, this complaining from these wrestlers don't just come from them complaining about airlines or restaurants or car rentals, so on and so forth. It's also about their position within the company, which I find strange that they are even to get away with that when it's barely even mentioned on commentary, it's barely used as a storyline, it doesn't really reflect the character, and it's a little weird seeing certain people who are just being outspoken when on TV you'll see them and they seem pretty like happy and joyful and just overall happy to be there. So it's a little strange when you're seeing someone like Naomi or whoever else really going on and complaining about their spot in the company. So let me just get right back to what I was mentioning before about the whole tweet that I saw, which again I agree with, and I'll explain why. So I'll just use a few examples as to why that whole tweet that I read earlier made sense, and why these wrestlers are hypocrites, especially nowadays. And it just seems nowadays that a lot of them are really sensitive. They really don't have thick skin at all, and it's weird. They'll probably block someone for saying something, but they don't want to block some weird freaky fan, Roman Reigns Girl 101 or Sasha Banks fan 25 or some weird shit like that. These weird ass fans, they'll probably ain't blocking them because they're singing the praises for them all day. But any regular, normal, sane person with their own profile picture and their own name, apparently, no. So recently you had Alexa Bliss complaining on Twitter about how fans were cheering and chanting all these other stuff in her matches. Nothing vulgar or nasty or anything like that. They were saying boring and chanting other stuff like CM Punk and whatever, so on and so forth. You can't wrestle, blah blah blah, in this gauntlet match recently. And yeah, the match wasn't that good. It really wasn't. So Yeah, I'm pretty sure if she looked back on it as a fan, or she just like took herself out the equation, she'll probably think the same. I don't know, maybe other people as well. Think about it. You can't go around and say like, oh, you can't say this, that, or whatever about us. You don't know, you don't understand. A lot of us, yeah, we don't understand. But at the same time, we're not in the 70s or 80s or anything like that, where what's going on with these wrestlers outside of the wrestling events and shows and whatnot is much of a mystery when you have social media now and these wrestlers feeling the need to put everything out there. So I find that a little odd, because you're pretty much giving everyone an inside look at what's going on. So you look at it like this. If I'm watching The Simpsons and I'm going around saying every season is great, every episode is great, anyone who complains, critiques it in any way, you're wrong. You shouldn't say that. You don't know what these people have gone through. You don't understand. We're just fans, and we should just be fans. Imagine how dumb that sounds. Think about it. And then look at the wrestlers. I'm pretty sure they watch TV shows, movies, listen to music albums, and all that, so on and so forth. All this stuff, right? All these other forms of entertainment. I'm pretty sure they complain about it. They probably say like, oh, well, this wasn't that good or whatever. Why are they doing that? Why would they say that? Isn't it wrong? Isn't it wrong for them to say that? Don't you think that's wrong for them to say that? Don't you find it strange when they were doing the hashtag Give Divas a Chance? These female wrestlers had no problem with that. They had no problem with the fans saying give them a chance. Why should you listen to the fans? Why should WWE listen to the fans when these people are complaining about your work ethic? They're complaining about you and what you do and so on and so forth. If their voice don't matter, if it doesn't matter when it's against you, why should it matter when they're for you? Why should that matter? That's the hypocrisy of it all. That's what blows my mind. So I don't know if it's just me and a select few people who feel this way, but I think wrestlers need to have thicker skin, and they need to just get over themselves. We're allowed to critique you. We're allowed to praise you and what you do. So just like you did before you started your profession, and just like what you do with other things outside your profession. And that's basically how I feel about it. So just let me know how you feel. If you agree, disagree, anything like that. If you had anything you want to, feedback or anything like that, I appreciate it. So with that being said, I'm out of here. See ya.